Welcome to Western Wisconsin Journal. I'm Bobbi Pominville, and I'm your reporter on the arts. And today, one of my favorite things is to decorate for Christmas. So it'll be holiday decorating, and my guest is Debbie Durham Fleetwood-Vogler. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Can't wait to share with you.
I knew that you would be the one to give us all these ideas, so I think of you as a master decorator, and I need help, and I know the audience will enjoy this. So first, do you recommend a real tree or a fake tree?
Well, I like fake trees, and I actually brought a piece of garland down here to share with you why I like fake. So most fake trees, you can bend their branches. And so when you are putting on, say, a real expensive ornament and you don't want it to fall off, you can easily bend the branch, and that secures your ornament. Then also, when you're using ribbon, you can put your ribbon inside a branch and then take two of the small branches and twist them and hold your ribbon into place. So then you would start here and you just come down here and twist it again. So it helps secure your ornaments and your ribbon. Now, when you have a real tree, you don't have that option. And also, I will show you here in a little bit. I bought a new tree this year. I bought it for size and for shape. The branches don't twist. So anyway, when you're purchasing one, watch for that.
Yes, and see, I might have already bought the wrong tree, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We can manage.
There's other ways.
So another question is, how do you decorate your tree? Do you have a certain order you use?
So I do. So I start with the top of the tree because, and I'll show you all later, I like to do, kind of an explosive topper. I shouldn't say I don't always. I change things around. Sometimes I'll have a star, but most of the time I like to do a really full topper and then a bow. And then you want to have that done first, because if you were to come back and do that after your tree's all decorated, you might knock your ornaments over or off. So we don't want to do that. So that's number one. Then I do switch this around at different times depending on what style or theme of tree I'm doing. Now this year you're going to notice I have really large garland on there, and the garlands are balls and they're big. So I did those second. Now where normally I might do the ribbon second. So this year I did large ornaments, and then I go down from there, and then I filled in with the ribbon. So this year was a little different order, but you always want that topper first.
I've never done that first, so thank you.
Yeah.
I've already learned from
ornament breakage.
Perfect. All right. Now, I noticed you have drums turning over there.
I do.
Let's go look at that tree.
Would you like me to show you how those work?
I would like to know.
All right, let me show you. So I'm glad you observed that the drums are turning. So what I have done, and my husband helped, I just give him directions. There is an L bracket that is attached to the tree, and then T brackets, and then there's a rotating table here that actually plugs in, and they're rotating the drums. Now I did that this year, but last year, I think I was sharing with you, I had nutcrackers in the tree, and I made them look like the nutcrackers were actually mounted in the tree. Well, I had my husband build stands, and we wedged them into the tree, and then we wired them onto the stand and then to a branch. So it made it look like the nutcrackers were actually just standing in the tree. And I also put some gingerbread houses. So that was a really cool thing last year, as I did a sweets theme. Now this year, I just went with a theme as far as gold, red, black, and white. And if you notice my topiaries when you walked in, I want that all to flow as you were walking in, and I did the same colors here. So as you see, these are the big garlands that I was talking about that had to go first. These are just massive size ornaments. So I wanted to get those in first. Now, I shared with you, these branches do not bend, so I could not use that concept that I shared with you. So what I did is on my ribbons, I either have hidden clothespins, or I took the wire that you actually use to put your ornaments on, and I wired the tip of the ribbon to a branch. And each of these ornaments have a ornament hook, and I pinch them together so that hopefully I don't lose an ornament. So anyway, those are some of my tips for your tree, and try to prevent the damage.
Love the colors. Love the fact that you match the tree.
And you do too. We're just reverse. How fun is that?
We did not plan it.
No, we did not.
So
my tree is always my focal point at Christmas time, okay? At Halloween, it was my mantle. This year, the tree is the focal point, and then from the tree, I go down to the mantle. My thinking and my theory, I took a couple interior design classes just as continuing education classes. They taught you have one main focal point and you go down from that in any room, not necessarily with your decorating. If you go into somebody's home and they have a whole lot of stuff everywhere, the eye cannot appreciate what you've done and what you look at. So if you were to go in, someone's house has a whole bunch of stuff everywhere, will you remember their tree?
no.
Probably not, right? So the tree is the focal point, and then I downplay next with the mantle. And I went with the same coloring, but I wanted this to be a little bit more fun, so I went with the penguins in here. And then for my mantle, I go down, to my dining room table and to the area on my island. And as you can see, each area gets smaller each time.
Oh.
And
Well,
what you
that's
wanna show
something I've
people?
never heard of, that you're getting smaller
Yes, so
as
not
you go into your other
not
room.
as big of,
Oh,
say overly decorated, right?
yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So you don't want to steal from your main focal point, right? If
Right.
if I had this all cascading and full and just stuff everywhere in my bookshelves, you wouldn't appreciate the mantle, right?
Yes, yes. I love the penguins.
Thank you. I wanted you got to have a little fun at Christmas time, especially when you have grandkids
that
around,
is
right?
fun. Yes, I bet they enjoy that
They
so much.
And I've decorated for the kids all these years, and my oldest daughter is 33 and my son is 23 and a daughter in between. Yeah. If I don't do it, they are wondering what's wrong with me. Because one year Danielle came home and she said, "Mom, that is not a Debbie tree." So I took all the decorations off and started again. So yeah, Christmas is my favorite time of the year. I do family fun games, and I try to share those also on Instagram or Facebook with everybody. And they're just, made up games. I find them on Facebook or, on the net. And then we do scavenger hunts. And it started out when the kids were little. I had the scavenger hunt in the house, and then they would get their big present at the, end of the scavenger hunt. Well, as they grew, Brooke could drive, so then I made them go out around the town doing their scavenger hunt. And now that they're even adults, they have to do random acts of kindness with that to get their present.
That's
So
great.
yeah.
So you tied that all into a family event.
Right, and it's every year. They expect it, and I haven't even got anything planned for this year, so I've got to get busy. The online store has kept me very busy. So
Yes,
the store
yes.
is first, but things will start dying down here in the next week because everybody will pretty much have their home decorated, and then I'll get to planning the games and the scavenger hunts and all that fun stuff.
Yes. Oh, well, I just have to say then, do you have a concept every year? Do you kind of change it around, or do you get, let's say, inspired by something?
I do. So when the kids were little, I really liked jewel tones, but I would try to switch it up, or I would even change the color, but I tried to use the decorations that I had and not go out and buy new every year. Now, since I have the online store, I want to keep changing it because I want to keep giving people ideas. So I'm thinking that next year it's going to be a Nutcracker theme. until, maybe I go to market and I'm like, oh, I like this idea. So as of now, it's going to be a Nutcracker theme unless something else inspires me, to do a different theme. So
That's
good question.
perfect.
Good
That's
question.
just perfect because the Nutcracker is so iconic. Everybody looks for it and it's such fun to see it.
Right.
But I've never seen penguins before.
I loved it. I fell in love with them at market. But that's what I was going to share. When you go to market, you get ideas, and then that's where it builds from. So,
Right.
yeah. And I will go to market in January to buy for next season.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. You buy that far ahead.
My goodness.
And I've been very blessed, with all the trouble out, in the industry with people getting merchandise. I've been very lucky that I have gotten almost everything that I ordered. There is still, a few things that are straggling behind, and, we have the option to cancel those or, take them late. So I've been really blessed.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So we should tell the people about how to get a hold of you and what really are you on besides Facebook? I know it's decoratingwithdebbie.com.
Okay, yes. My website's decoratingwithdebbie.com. My Instagram is decorating, and they have you do an underslash there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With _ Debbie as well. So they all, go together so that I'm easy to find. Now, if you, have questions, you can send me messages on Messenger. If you live locally and you want to purchase seasonal decor, send me a message. I don't want you to have to pay shipping, ordering online. So, you can come here and shop, or you can just do porch pickup. So those are good questions.
That's a great way to get a hold of you. And I just know that, if somebody really wanted to decorate, so do you actually book homes through that?
I do decorate trees. Now, I kind of limit that because I love Christmas, and I feel like if I take on too many trees, I'll not love it as much. So, yeah, I put a limit to it.
There's one more thing I wanted to bring up. I saw that you had a photographer in your home.
I did.
Could you tell us about that?
I met him at Menards, and he was from London. And I told him, I had a seasonal decor store, and he was saying he did photography, and he offered to come. And so I will have to do some promoting for him. He's a very nice guy, had a really neat background. He actually moved back here. His wife was, I believe he said, Roberts. Don't hold me to that, but I think from Roberts originally, and he met her in London. So anyway, yeah, really cool background. But I think the mother-in-law is having some health issues, and so they moved back here so she could be by. So that was really nice. And yeah.
So it was kind of like a private person doing photography?
Yes. Yeah. So that was really nice.
Okay, because I was hoping that maybe it would be shown somewhere so we could see it. But you'll let us know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
I will share the photos on Instagram and Facebook. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else we missed?
I don't think so.
Well, then.
You're welcome to look around, Nate, if you want to, or yeah.
Thank you so much.
If you have any additional questions,
Thank
just
you.
ask.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad you came.
We got this planned in about 2 months, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
was easy.
it worked out just beautifully today.
Yeah. I think where you originally wanted to come in November, and I was like, no,
my
stock's not here. The stock's not here.
I remember you saying that now. Yes.
So yeah. Yeah.
So everything worked out perfectly
worked out
for you
beautiful.
to decorate, and we are in the first week of December.
Yes.
So it's a perfect time to watch the show.
Right.
And I just want to say to the audience, I hope you enjoyed this interview and all the different things and ways you can decorate. And I know you'll give me comments if you want to, but I'm just really glad you watched today.
Yeah. Hopefully a few of those tips will help you.
Thank you for watching.